Did Belly make the right decision when she finally chose her boy? The love triangle that pervaded all 3 seasons of the YA adaptation was ultimately resolved in the Summer I Turned Pretty series finale. Let's first review the fates of our other main characters before moving on to Belly's story. First, Steven receives a job opportunity in San Francisco, but he doesn't tell Taylor about it. When she finally learns, there is a struggle. They decide to relocate to the West Coast together and swiftly move on, with Taylor straddling Steven out on the cousin's dock. In the meantime, Jeremiah throws a dinner party for influencers and cousins and is emerging as the newest and sexiest young chef on the internet. He finishes the meal flawlessly and ends with a kiss with Denise. Now for the real fun, Conrad visits Belly's apartment as soon as he gets to Paris, but she isn't there because she didn't expect him. He squats on the curb across the street, waiting for his beloved to come home because it's the day before her birthday and he wants to celebrate. At last, Belly arrives with a bike, a new bob, and Benito. After giving Belly a passionate kiss at her door, Benito quickly leaves. Conrad musters the nerve to approach Belly despite having seen the flirtatious encounter, which was reminiscent of the revolutionary Lizzie McGuire movie. She's a little perplexed, stunned, and surprised. Why is he in this place? What time did he arrive? He's in town for how long? Conrad clarifies that he is in Paris for work, kind of, and anticipates traveling to Brussels by train later that night. Belly consents to spend the day sightseeing with Conrad, while stating that she has plans for later that evening. The two go on a pilgrimage to Paris, which doesn't make much sense if you think about it too much. Really, an afternoon trip to the Palace of Versailles, the Louvre, and a double-decker bus tour. As though. Belly takes Conrad to her private place in Paris to think as the day comes to a conclusion. Sparks start to fly there, so Belly asks Conrad to join her for dinner on her birthday that night. But, you ask, what about his train? Let's talk about that. Meanwhile, their bond starts to grow even stronger. Conrad admits that he recalls every single thing Belly has ever said, reminding her that she once thought marijuana was a mess. He does this in a completely lovesick way rather than a creepy one. White matter. Whatever it means. Since then, she has shifted her position and is now smoking a joint at the dinner table. Taylor Swift's Dress plays in the background as the two return to Belly's apartment after dinner and begin hooking up. This is what I dream of. Before things truly become heated, Conrad says, you. However, the energy changes in the morning, and our girl starts to overthink things. Belly asks herself, is this even real? What did Conrad intend to do? What if he simply feels obliged to be with her because he is aware that it was Susanna's desire? However, Belly comes to the realization that she is the same person she has always been, and that's okay. I will always love Conrad Fisher, and I have brown eyes and brown hair. Duh, huh. In an attempt to capture him before it's too late, she chases after him while yelling his name. She takes a taxi to the station, enters a train, and begins looking for him among the exhausted passengers after failing to locate him outside. When she eventually locates him, Belly declares her love for him while wearing her eternity necklace. Conrad, I chose you voluntarily. Every version of me picks you in each of the endless worlds, if there are any. And after sharing a kiss, they go back to cousins together, content, until the release of the Summer I Turned Pretty movie upsets everything up.